So, hello and welcome to Wythenshawe Town. Andy Mitten is again at a game.
How are you doing?
All right, how are you doing?
Welcome to Wythenshawe Town, as we say. Big game this. You filming me?
I am
no
indeed.
Problem. So,
if you're all right with that.
I'm absolutely fine with that. I hope it's not as bad as Everton Coles away last week, where Trafford's
well, yeah.
4. Hope the team get back onto winning ways. Not fully out of it for a push towards a playoff. And my first visit to Wythenshawe Town, probably the only ground in Greater Manchester I've not been to. I've not been to Avro either.
No, well, it's a pretty new ground, Avro.
Yeah.
This one's looks pretty new as well. I mean,
Yeah.
I've not been here myself either, so.
Yeah.
But they've only just come through the leagues,
I know
really.
they have,
so.
yeah, well, both Wythenshawe teams.
Yeah.
I think it's great, right under the flight path there I'm seeing now for the airport.
Yeah.
And here's to Trafford getting a win, decent away following.
Yeah.
I think it
Hopefully,
will be.
yeah. Well, it's quite local, so it should be a decent following, shouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it will be. And,
Yeah.
Go and get into the bar, see what Wythenshawe's got to offer.
Right, well, cheers for that, Andy.
Get behind the Trafford today as well. I thought the away support last week at Everton was good numerically.
It was a bit lacking in volume
Need
and.
some noise. Need to get behind the boys. Proper get it banging.
Yeah.
Should be like the Bombonera.
It's what we normally
Buenos
like, but
Aires.
I think we're missing a few key people last week. There's a few
Right.
few people
Are they
quite
back
vocal.
today?
Well, I can see a few that weren't there last week, so I'm hoping that we're a bit more vocal. But there is certain people who are catalysts in on the terrace. So if we've got a few of them in there today, it should be good. So
I've got some flares smuggled in here, so I might just go down.
Cheers, Andy. Thank you. Park. They have these turnstiles here that aren't in use, but it is a decent sized car park, so it's decent parking, better than last week at Atherton. But I mean, you know, it is what it is, right? It looks like a relatively new building here. We've got a lovely looking little terrace area here. Pitch is a little bit sandy in the goal, but it is a flat pitch. That is straight up a good thing. But it looks all right, you know. There is literally one stand in the whole ground, but the pitch looks all right. The pitch is pretty green. It's just the goal mouth, so that's not really an issue. It's flat. It's just a little bit sandy. It's not that bad. They've got some portaloos around here. I wonder if they are actually open. It would be handy if they are, because having a second toilet area. What I have noticed is that I have walked from behind the goal to here, and there is one bin behind the goal. There is no bins in this area. But look at this. It's like a little secluded training pitch, like a miniature 5. It's probably 4-a-side pitch. It's about a 4-a-side sort of size, I reckon. It's not very big, but you know, it's useful. Here's a Trafford stalwart. You alright, mate?
All right. Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
You reckon we'll win today?
I hope so. After last week.
Well, if we're going to get in the playoffs, we need to win. We need to keep winning, don't we? We need to win pretty much every game now. There's only about 8 left, so. But yeah, you know.
Keep his fingers crossed.
Yeah, well, hopefully. So.
Do the business today.
Exactly. See you in a bit. Oh, just a bit like behind. I'll show a view behind some one of the stands, behind the Mirror and Pitch Factory stand. There's just a bit of space, but it's a good clear walkway. Here's the main stand. There is no standing terrace anywhere in the ground, which is a bit of a bugger. And if we want to stand behind the goals, I mean, they have the room to build one, but I'm looking at this. There's one bin in the corner over there. Well, you can stand at the back of the stand here. So this is the standing terrace at the side of the pitch. It's an alright stand. It's okay. There's no backs on these seats, which is a bit of a bugger. I mean, it's okay. The roof looks good. You're not going to get wet under it. Looks decent. Sam Booth trying to hit me. Missed! Go on, I'll give you another go. Yeah, Sam Booth's trying to hit me with the ball then, with Jordan Fagbola. And Steve Tobin is out there putting the cones down for the warm-up. But I think this might be another turnstile, this. It is another turnstile. They've got quite a lot of turnstiles. It's a nice clean ground. I think they've risen through the leagues quite fast. And I think obviously the ground needs to catch up. It's money, isn't it? You need to catch up. And I think the struggles to probably keep the infrastructure growing as fast as the actual club has gone up. I mean, that is a decent little stand. There is 2 bins in that stand, but there's no bins down here. There's no bins behind here. There's literally no bins anywhere. I've seen 3, and I've walked halfway around the ground now. So, yeah. I'm just starting to warm up a little bit there. Aye, so not much to really say here. It's like a little wooded area now at the back of the grass. It's quite nice, this. It's like a woodland walk. Some houses overlooking. It's quite nice. I do quite like this ground. It's just nice and friendly and feels a bit scenic with all the trees and stuff around it, and it is a nice setting. I quite like it. If they need a terrace behind that goal there. They need a terrace. And another issue is, again, I've seen no bins. The bin situation is terrible. What's going on? Come on, Wythenshawe. Put your hand in your pocket. Pick up some bins, eh? Not going to score highly on the bin rating. Look, it is actually like a little wooded walk. It's nice. Afternoon.
How are you, mate? All right.
Not too bad, thanks. Yeah, it is a nice scenic walk. Oh, here's a bin. So we've found 2 on this side. One here and one there, both next to the dugouts. Which the dugouts, they're alright, standard dugouts. But they're actually really well sheltered, quite deep. So, there's Mr. Culkin. You get Sam in order, he's kicking balls at me. Yep, and there's a wheeler bin down here, so there's a couple of wheeler bins, but they are green bins, so that's for garden waste, right? So, right. So we've gone all the way around the ground now. I'm disappointed with the fact that I've only seen a few bins. This is a good area, look at this. Well, there's a good bin over there, but this is a good little area, isn't it? It's a good seated area. This is also a good seated area as well. Oh, you're on camera now. Yeah, so we're disappointed with the bin situation, but we'll just talk about that in a minute. And that's your ground walk. Oh, you're on camera now. Hi. Top bins! How good are your bins? Right, so welcome to another episode of Top Bins. Right, so I've been around the ground, you heard me on the ground walk. A little bit critical was. It seems to be the second half of the season seems to have not been great for teams and bins. As far as I am concerned, there is, once you leave the clubhouse, there is 1 bin as you leave on the way round the ground. And then there was only 2 bins in their big long stand along one side of the pitch. Then there is no bins at the top end, all the way around to the dugouts, where there is 1 next to each dugout. So as far as the actual pitch is concerned, on both sides and the far end, there was 4 bins collectively for the whole of the ground. And then there is a few bins down near the clubhouse. There's 2 or 3, but I mean, there's enough around the clubhouse, I would say, but for the rest of the ground, there's not enough. They are open top, proper bins. So the quality bins are good enough bins. That's absolutely fine. I've not got an issue with that. It's just the numerical lack of So yeah, it's not. Yeah, Wythenshawe, you need more bins. I'm going to give it a bit of a thumbs down really in the bin situation, because if you're at the far end behind the goal and you've got some rubbish, you've got to walk a third away around the pitch just to find a bin, maybe even almost halfway around the pitch to find a bin, which is, it's not ideal. If you stuck 2 bins at the top, one in the middle of the stand on this side, 2 more at the top, I reckon you'd be all right. That wouldn't, 3 more bins, and you'd probably be all right. But right now, where it stands, yeah, it's not really enough. Sorry, Wythenshawe, but I'm going to do a food review and we'll see how that goes, eh? Right, so we're moving into the clubhouse. Look at this, it's proper nice. Some pictures of Amis, past Amis teams. Yeah, so this is the clubhouse. Is the beer good?
Beer's very good. Beavertown neck oil, £5.50 a pint. Club badges as well.
Nice.
£2 a patch cup of tea.
Look at that. Got proper decent lager in, ale anyway, and then.
I think programs have died a death though, physical. I think we're digital.
Yeah, well, those sort of things are going to happen. Jürgen, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good stuff. We're just admiring the fact that we've got another clubhouse that is better than ours again.
Very nice.
And a little mini 5-side pitch over there.
Oh yeah, no, I've already been round, and the only issue we've got with that one is that the roof's really quite low. So it's literally about 7.5, 8 foot tall, the roof. So the ball goes up a little bit. It's like whoa. So, but yeah, it's a nice little tidy ground. It's like a woodland walk round the back. The only issue we've got is there's not enough bins.
Right.
And there's only one stand, and there's no actual standing terrace. You can stand at the back of that stand, a bit like the Mirror and Pitch Factory stand, but it's not quite the same.
Right.
And here's a man who doesn't
Sexy
come to
man.
Mr. Mark Jones, everyone.
First time you'll see me at an away game.
Is it the first away game we've seen you at?
First game away game of the season, yeah, to be honest with you.
Well,
Right,
it's only because it's local, isn't it?
Fully enough. Yeah. They said season ticket.
This man has a season ticket at about 10 clubs.
Indeed. Spread the love.
How'd you end up with us Wythenshawe? Some of the rebels are here today.
The rebels are here now.
Hey boys, we up for a win? We bloody need it, don't we?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's better than last week, eh? Oh, that was tough last week, wasn't it? But hey ho. I think that's the Harry Dalton suites. That's the directors and all that down there in that room. It looks a bit swish down there. On our way back out, as I said, there's loads of pictures of the Amis and stuff about the history of the club. Look at that Whittaker Cup final, 1956. Manchester United versus Wythenshawe FC. Look at that. Hey, league champions 61-62. You've got a bit of history here. Yeah. Adrian's using a fork with a burger. He'll deny it. He's denied it, but he...
It's for the chips and
No,
mayo.
I saw you eating a burger with a fork. You're just weird.
Burger review, come on.
I will do when I get round to it. I'm being pressured now. That's a good idea. They're making both teams warm up off the pitch at the end. So they're off the pitch at the other end. So... yeah, right, okay, so we're just going to come down here, do some talking. Right, so I'm down at the Portaloos end, next to the 5-a-side pitch. Right, so game preview. So, terrible game last week. These things happen, don't they? Rio is still suspended this week, which does concern me in the sense that we do look a little bit light up top, but, I mean... it is what it is, right? I'm pretty sure that Margie and Tobes will have looked at what happened last week and will have addressed any issues that they feel need addressing. So I'm hopeful we're going to get a result here. Wythenshawe are still looking to get enough points to avoid the drop, so they'll be fighting to stay up in the league. So we're both, again, same as last week, both teams, they're fighting to stay up, we're fighting to make the playoffs. So it should be I said this last week, but this week, I think we'll probably be more in it. We can't lose 4-0 2 weeks on the bounce. That'd just be it's never happened before, and I can't see it happening. So I'm confident that we're going to get a result today. I'm confident that we're going to win. I'm confident we're going to win 3-1. I just have this feeling. So we'll see what happens. And there's not much I can really say because, as I said, there's no team news. It's just Rio's still out. We've got a good following here today. Their social media guy just approached me and said, "Are you vlogging?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "If you need anything, come give us a shout." And he team sheets stuff like that. But we don't really need anything. But I give a shout out to him because that's really good of him. So I appreciate that. So thank you, Wythenshawe. That goes in the plus margins. So yeah, right, okay. So we'll see what happens, and we'll see you shortly at the game. I also wanted to give a shout out to the fact that Chris isn't here this week. Just commitments and kids and family and life and stuff. We can't always make every game. I wouldn't have done this normally, but it's the end of the season. We've looked good all season. We've been around the playoffs all season. It's a new ground. I just wanted to do it anyway and just keep on top of things. And plus, if we do make the playoffs and go up, we want to have it catalogued, really. Because we just have that belief in the team that we're going to do it. But yeah, so Chris isn't here now, but he will hopefully be in the next few vlogs. I don't really want to do too many on my own because I know that without Chris it's not as good. And I know that he makes it a well-rounded experience. So I miss him as much as you guys do. So yeah, hopefully he's back soon. Alright. I just wanted to point out how good this patio area is. It just looks proper good. It's just a really, really nice clubhouse. And I just wanted to make the point of it. But they do have, ridiculously, a ball on a podium like they're in the Premier League or something. We're just going to go and have a closer look at this because it's just a bit over the top and a bit dramatic, quite frankly. Look. So here we are. Bit dramatic like, but I could just walk out with the ball rather than it be on a pedestal, but it is what it is, right? Right, so we're on food review time. Right, so they do standard menu. It's pretty decent. Burgers $4.80, which I did think was a little bit much for us, just a standard burger. £2 double up, so that make it $6.80 for a double. I went for a single to keep it under budget, under £5 budget. And I had to wait 5 minutes because it was busy and they were cooking sort of next batch, but it wasn't a super long wait, and they make batches, don't they? So it's not a bad wait. Service is good, dead friendly. They asked if what cheese, onions and all that. They've got a big selection of sauces, everything's looking good. I've just bitten into the burger now. It's on a brioche bun. It's proper tasty. That's one of the nicest burger patties I've had. One of the nicer ones. That is it's pretty good burger, this. I mean, I've got it fresh as well, but then if they're busy and they're making them in batches of 5 or 6, and so they're not sat around for too long, they're not drying out. I think it's pretty bloody good. This is a good burger. This I'm really enjoying it. So. Yeah, so thumbs up Wythenshawe. That's a good burger, that. So value's okay, but the actual burger is nice, and friendly staff and asking if we wanted onions and all that, and yeah, I'm going to give you a thumbs up. That is some good food, that Wythenshawe. So you've turned the bin situation around with some good food. So well done, Wythenshawe. Right, so just looking at the team. Higginbottom, I think that's the first game he's not started all season. So, but he's on the bench, so hopefully he gets on so he keeps up his appearance record of playing in every single game. But Halal's starting, which I was pushing for last week because I think that he deserves a bit more of a chance, a few more minutes, because he's been on the bench quite a lot this season. But Matty Lusqueno's starting as well, so yeah, it's a largely unchanged side apart from Halal and Lusqueno starting today, and that's about it really. I think from last week, it's a good bench then, because with Higgy and Toba and Jack Donahue, Ben Woods, Taylor Dyson, we've got a good side out today. If all we're missing is the two injuries, and with Morgan and Nisbet, is it? I can't remember who's injured now. But anyway, yeah, I'm sure Chris will call me out for this. But yeah, Rio being suspended, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. But hopefully better than last week.
Come on, Trafford! Mate. Come a long way. Still going.
Trafford! Oh, red card! Come on, hey, come on! God, he could have killed him.
Come on, hey, come on!
Oh, there's Mr. Brown. Ali Brown. I thought he was playing for Wythenshawe. Ali Brown's here. Mr. Delaney.
Hello, Mr. Redbeard.
Mr. Chairman, I should say.
Chairman, Secretary.
Secretary, sorry.
Redbeard, right?
All right.
That's all right. Goal!
Corner!
Here, lads.
Beat the little man. There you go.
Yeah. Oh.
Trafford! Come on, Trafford!
Go!
Trafford!
Come on, Trafford! Come on, Trafford! The crossing split. Here you go. Come on, mate! Good crossing here, mate!
Finish.
Cool.
Lucky boys, keep going.
There's a white!
Yeah.
Oh. Come on, Joe.
And ball!
Send him off. Not even hiding it, look.
Go on.
Jesus, come in.
Runs a bit longer than this. Wait for Come on. We'll finish it.
Yeah!
What a finish!
Finish. Absolute quality, that.
What a finish! I think I got it all. I think I got it. What a finish that was!
What's that in your head? Teabag.
Header! Corner!
Corner! All day, that.
Referee.
Sideliner. He's in his own half. Come on, Trafford.
Come on, Trafford.
That's it.
Yeah, how you doing?
Draw the foul there. Come on, Remo! Come on!
Foul there, ref. Hey, there's two teams on this pitch, referee.
Oh!
Your ball all day, that, Matsy. Keep working hard, Kev.
Take your time, goalie. Trafford FC!
Time 1-0. Much better than last week. Although the quality of football's not been the best, but it is still better. Right, so it's half time. It's 1-0 to us. It was an absolutely cracking finish from Riley in about the 25th minute. It's been a bit of a, I would say both sides been a low quality game to a large extent. There's been a few moments of good football, but largely it's been a little bit bitty, a little bit, you know, struggling to keep the ball on the ground. No one's really keeping the ball particularly well, but nobody's on top of anyone really. I'd say if anything, they've probably applied a little bit more pressure on us. but it is a very close game, as predicted, so there's not much really happening, I suppose, in a sense. We've had a couple of good balls put in. Sambu's made a good save, maybe 2 good saves actually. But, you know, we're doing all right. I don't know what's going on over there, but there's something going on over here with the Halliwells. okay. Yeah, so Halliwells are messing around, being inappropriate. Yeah, so we'll see what happens in the second half, but it is a close game. Hopefully we can just get a few moments of brilliance and go 2 or 3 up and just put it to bed quite early rather than be nervous. So yeah, we'll see in the second half. Right, I know Chris ain't here again, but I'm going to do attendance. So we're going to do it with the Halliwells. So
Hang on, quick scan round.
we're all going to guess. Well, it's a bit difficult because they're on the clubhouse now. So I'm going to say 300.
I'll go 250.
I go 280
Well, there you go. We'll see what happens.
if it ever gets announced.
Well, you've got a bit of a problem on there, because if it's any less than 250, then obviously he's got it. If it's any more than 300, I've got it. You've got such a narrow window. You boxed yourself in there. Yeah. It's a good job we're not playing for money.
Well, I was going to say 250, then somebody else said it.
Right. Okay. So you lot know the attendance is now. So we'll see who won.
Baramouche. No foul. Go on, mighty lad. Head up. Get it in. Oh, look, Matty. Go again.
Lucky Matty, well played.
Matty, lose the Quaino. Come on. I think you're a Scotty Road overspill. Right. Put him under. Go on, Matty. Good, son. Don't foul. Well done. Good.
Well, he works in my office, but
Come on, get all this bit
week. I'm not beginning to
Hey.
Come on, Kyle!
Nice catch, Kyle!
Played Kyle.
Having honest, not happy.
It's 1-1. It's probably about fair with the
hang on.
with the play, but something's. Is he talking to Jordan? I don't know what's going on here. No, flag stayed down.
Come on, Trafford!
They're having a discussion.
Come on, Trafford! Come on,
1-1. Probably about fair and reflection of play so far.
Come on!
Go on, Riley!
Come on, Trafford! Keep on! Four corner. Spennell should have challenged to keep it always in the corner. I am the chairman, aren't I?
Just ran into me.
Go on. Play there. Foul? No? Stay outside, Matty. Stay outside. You're in here. Seconds. Come on. What's that? What's that for? He was offside when the ball came out to Kev.
Yeah, but they're defenders.
Massey. Go on, Massey! Referee! Keep going!
Go on, Matty.
Matty Lusaqueno! Matty Lusaqueno! Matty Lusaqueno! Keep taking him on! Right shoulder, Mike!
Shut up. Come on. Open your eyes.
Nice. Come on. Oh!
Lucky Kev.
Great play that, Kevin. Picks the right pass there. Brilliant. Great ball, Kev. Go on, Massey. Go on, Massey. Brilliant, Massey. Bad ball, that. Really bad ball. Check it in. Go. Nice. Finish it. Unlucky. From there, they can't. No. Keep his hands. Unlucky, Jerome. Nice, go on. Come on. Oh, what? Good play to the bloody sound. No, Support him. Support him. Put it back. Put it back.
Great ball.
Go on, Jerome.
Go on, Jerome.
Nice, Jerome. Go on, have a go.
Let's get on side, boys.
Good, Kev! Come on.
Sorry, I don't know where I was filming now.
Come on, Trafford!
Come on, Kyle, get it back out!
Go on, rally!
Referee!
Referee! That's disgusting, referee!
Mr. R. James.
Why didn't you just hit it?
Come on, Rack, down.
Go on, Riley!
Come on, Riley!
Get a offside!
Right, so we've reached the end of the game, 1-1. For me, that seemed like a relatively fair result. We got in good positions, probably should have made better of some of those positions we were in. We probably should have scored one or two more, but then they put a lot of pressure on us, and they probably could have scored a couple more. So I'd say it was a reasonably fair result. What do you think?
I think so, yeah. I think we've just looked a little bit disjointed the past couple of games, a little bit tired maybe. We were flying, weren't we? I think we won 4 games on the bounce. I think we'd only lost 2 games since the beginning of December, end of November, so we were on a really good roll. But sometimes it takes its toll. You know, you've got to remember these lads have all got day jobs as well. They have to train twice a week, they play. It's tough, especially when you're doing well. And teams are up for it against you, and you could see that a bit today, but I'm sure next week we're back at home, Stafford Rangers. They'll be on it again, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, well, I don't think it helps that our main centre forward in Rio has been out the last 2 games either.
Do you know what? That does make a massive difference, because he's been scoring, top of the goal scoring charts, and I think just the work that he does off the ball and getting the ball, bringing other players in, it just makes everything easier for everybody, really. He's that good. And we have missed him, so let's hope he doesn't get suspended again.
The one thing it does show with him being out is that we don't have the biggest of squad depth. Yeah. Replacing our first 11 can be a bit tricky at times, especially if we've got 2 or 3 out at the same time. It does show a little bit. I mean, you can't knock the kids who are coming in and playing, because they are putting a good shift in, but yeah, I mean, Rio's just a cut above it sometimes,
what happens,
isn't he?
I think, is you've got somebody there who's experienced, they know that role, they know the job, and somebody else has got to shift around and move into a different position that they've perhaps not played that much before. There's a lot to be said for knowing your role in the team. Yeah. And when you have to move people around, it does make a difference. But yeah, I think a draw is probably a fair result at the end of the day, to use football parlance for this one. And let's hope we can get back winning next week. Let's get a big crowd into Shoreview.
Yeah, damn right. Yeah, so on to next week, and I think we're 8 points off the playoffs now, so we've really got to win the next. Well, we've got to win the next few games. Otherwise, if we don't win next week, it's 100% done for me. It'd be too much of a challenge. I mean, it's 21 points to play for, 8 points off it, with a few teams gunning for it. We've got to win the next 3 or 4. I'd say we've got to really go on a run now, and for the fact we've got to go to Hensford in a couple of weeks. Yeah. So that's going to be really tough going there. So yeah, we've really got to win next week. So I got faith in the boys. I think we can stick in there, at least not still put some pressure on teams above us still, I reckon. But yeah, so onwards and upwards and on to next week. So vive le Trafford, and over and out.
Vive le Trafford.